Hey everyone, Sarah here again today to share another layout using the Joy Kit from Mercy Tiara Kit Club. I'm not quite sure when I start this what I want to do. I'm using a colored photo, which is outside of my norm, but I got some cute photos of my girls just playing around the last couple of days. Just some Christmassy photos, so I thought I would print them in color. I found this, again, wanting to go outside of my comfort zone. I'm going with a colored background and a pattern background. Even though it may not be really, really patterny, it's still a pattern background. You saw me, I keep tapping my fingers. I'm not sure what I want to do, but I keep trying to push myself outside of my comfort zone. And that seems to be getting easier and easier to do for me, which I'm glad. I'm actually going to use quite a bit of pattern paper on this layout. As you see, I just cut two more. I am going to use some white, but not a ton. This is where I kind of went for it. I just was like, okay, fine. I'm going to chop off the bottom part of the page. And I'm going to back this top part on white. I'm not sticking anything down yet, but I knew I wanted to use patterns. So what I did is I stuck that 12 by 12 white piece of cardstock behind this so that I made sure that everything stayed at the correct length like it was supposed to. And here I am adding some white in. Again, instead of tearing, I'm just going ahead and cutting these at funny angles and stuff like that. Just kind of running my scissors through there like you saw right there. I'll go ahead and rough my edges up and slide pieces here and there underneath. Right now, I kind of think it's looking a hot mess. I think it needs a little more white, so I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing. Just add a little more white in there, cut another layer, and tuck it in. And I'm going to add another one. I did a lot of layering on the bottom of this layout. I wanted the color in there. I wanted the pattern in there, but I still wanted there to be a little bit of breakup with it in the white. The white is good for that. I'm going to go ahead and start adhering things to that 12 by 12 sheet of white cardstock. Like I said, that's just there really to make sure that it stays, my whole layout stays as a 12 by 12 like it's supposed to as I add these papers in. So here I'm messing with it again, trying to figure out exactly what I'm going to do because I moved it all and didn't really pay attention to what I was doing. I'm really good at that sometimes. I went ahead and grabbed my score tape and I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit to each of the pieces of paper so that once I actually start getting to where I'm putting them down, I don't really have to stop in between and add more tape. So I'm going to go ahead and slide these under. And they keep moving as I slide them, so I finally decide, okay, yeah, I'm going to start, pulling the backs off and start adhering them down. So I did the white one and then I went ahead and started layering those up. I added that second or that other plaid one, I guess, and then another layer of white just to break it up between the two patterns. Like I said, even though the larger portion that I'm taping down now may not be extremely patterned, but it's still a pattern and I wanted a little bit of white in there to break it up. It just for me, it kind of soothes the eye. It's not just so clustered together because right there, it looks a little much. And that's one reason I went ahead and slid this piece in right here. I kind of messed up and stuck it down in the wrong place at first and had to pull it back up, but I got it, so it's all good. And of course, I had to go and rough up the edges a little more. I'm going to add some foam to the top of this photo because with all those layers there, it kind of does add some dimension. And the top part is on a flat area, so I wanted to make sure that it was all level. I'm going to go ahead and pour a pile of embellishments out on the side of my desk and just start sticking things behind, trying to figure out what I'm going to use. I decided to use both of these tags. They're both a little different. One's from the 6x8 paper pad, Vicky Bouton, and then the other one is just from one of the other 12 by 12 sheets in the kit, and I believe it is Paige Evans. And so I am pulling out the flowers and everything, trying to see what I'm going to use. I thought I might use that house, blends in way too much and doesn't really go with it. So I'm going to go ahead and rough up my edges here, and then I will decide what I'm going to do, moving on. Let's see. I thought I was going to use more tags. I don't. So I'm putting them off to the side on a little tray that I have. That way honestly, I put them on the tray over off to the side. Otherwise, they end up all over the place. I don't know about you, but after I'm done scrapbooking, sometimes I have to pick things up off the floor and all over the place. And I've noticed having this little bin off to the side where I can sit papers and embellishments and stuff and then put them back where they belong afterwards seems to work for me. So here I pulled out the Vicky Bouton embellishments, and there's acetate and vellum and cardstock as well, I believe. And I'm just pulling a little bit of the sprigs out so that I can layer them behind my florals there. And I have the black and I have the green. I have the gold out there too, but I don't end up using the gold pieces. And of course, it doesn't stay just like this because here in a second, I'm just going to pull it all off. And then started hearing it down. But I wanted that cluster to be over to a large portion of it to the left-hand side of the photo because I had put the picture so close to the right-hand side of the layout. So I wanted to kind of compensate a little bit for it. And so that's what I did. So here I'm just going to start adhering these all down and tucking them and cutting pieces in half and everything. But I tried to take some cute pictures with my kids because I never take the really cute pictures like the staged photos or anything like that. I always forget to. We're always doing something. And we were just playing at the house the other day. It was nasty and rainy here. And the girls wanted to take pictures. And that was perfect for me because we had the tree up. We had the lights going and everything like that. And so we had some fun and took some photos. And I'm glad that we did. These are cute. I am taking kind of a little online photography class, and so I'm hoping that I'll have better pictures here before too long. So we'll see. But I went ahead and adhered all that down, and I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do, if I want to add more, but I'm going to go ahead and pull that off, add some more score tape to the back of my photo, and adhere that down before I figure out what else I'm going to do on this layout. So, yeah. I'm going to go ahead and adhere that down. I think I have it up a little too high, but I already stuck it down, so it kind of stays. And then I'm going to stick this flower down to the bottom right. And I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do. Like I said, you keep seeing me tap my fingers. I'm just not quite sure with all of this. And right now I'm trying to find a title. And I do choose Magic Moment because, believe it or not, and I'm sorry if you hear the squeaking of my chair, but believe it or not, we had actually gotten ready to go ahead and pick up, and they just started giggling and messing around because one of the cats was under the tree with them, because yes, they are underneath my Christmas tree. But one of the cats got under there and they were laughing and giggling, and I managed to snap this photo. And so it was one of my favorite out of the bunch. And here I go to chopping into my layout again. Just went ahead and went for it. Just cut a big old notch out of it. And it actually gets bigger. I didn't like that it was so small, so I went ahead and just chopped away and made it to where it was kind of even and went to roughing it up again. And I am going to stick some white back there, but I want to stick a few things inside of that little divot. And so I grabbed, this is actually the end of a tag that I used on another layout. And I used my circle punch and punched it so it looked like a ticket. And I grabbed a foam, the foam sticker that's on the back of my hand, and cut it in half and went ahead and tucked it as well. And then I'll go ahead and adhere this to that little piece of white paper that I wanted to stick behind this. And then, of course, I'll do it uneven, so I have to go ahead and trim it. And I'll go ahead and clean up my area a little bit. Oh, nope. I'm going to go ahead and use the gold dots first. I'm going to place them here and there all over the layout. So no rhyme or reason to any of it. I like them. I honestly forgot I had them, which I can't believe I did because they're gorgeous. So I just played with them until I was happy with the way things looked, and put them up, clean things up a little bit because I knew I was going to do this. I'm going to cut a piece of scrap paper to fit over my photo, and I'm going to grab my acrylic or my watercolors. They're my metallic watercolors, and add some white splatters all over the layout. And yeah, that will pretty much finish up this layout for me. I will add the black and white twine in my tags. I'm really liking that black and white twine right now, a lot better than my white, so I do use that. And that will finish up my layout. So I really do hope that you enjoyed this layout. Make sure that you're checking out mercytiarakits.com and the kits that are there. There'll be a link down below. Mercy Tiara Kits has a Facebook group as well where you can join in on challenges and sketches and see what everybody creates. So it'd be great to have you join. And if you enjoy this process video, please remember to like and subscribe so you're notified when I upload again. Thanks so much. You have a great day. Bye.